Have I ever been insulted in the fashion you just insulted this court? No. My turn.
Justice matter.
I'm sorry?
So I'm Thomas Styron, the living man, not Thomas Ulrich Styron, the entity you know me as, or as I'm in my papers. I'm here to address the matter.
All right, thank you. You wish to be represented by an attorney, sir?
No, I'm here to address the appropriate persona.
All right. I do have to advise, so you're going to represent, you need to stand in the middle of the podium where he's telling you to stand. Check back there.
I'll take the cuffs off.
I don't know that we're going to be doing all that, but let me ask you something. On the Styron matter, I sent my bailiff back to get him to bring him back out. The court is of the understanding that defendant number one is being, I will say, uncooperative, has purposely done some things to make it difficult to bring him out. What I'm going to do at this point in time, we're not going to wait and not going to play his game. We will hear him next week because of his behavior today before the court. At this point, I will revoke his bond and I will adjourn the probable cause conference.
Watch how quickly courtroom order clashes with ideology. He's asserting his identity over the law. Do you think anyone should get away with this? The judge isn't laughing. He's setting boundaries, showing who's really in control.
He certainly poses a risk to even bring him out. So I will adjourn this out to May 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. or as the invite indicates. I will leave it there for the reasons that I've stated on the record. Mr. Mansour, he is not represented by counsel. If you would, for the court, take the opportunity to come back and to apprise him that of what the court has done and that I will see him next week.
Yes, sir.
The court feeling that he's being uncooperative and not compliant. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court does call the case, People versus Tariq Day.
I am Tariq Tariq Day, the executor of the Tariq Tariq Day Living Trust and the registered owner of the Tariq Tariq Day Ex Relatione Kingdomon Wilson Estate.
Right. So you are appearing here without an attorney. I do have to advise you that you are charged with the offense of fleeing and eluding in the third degree under the Motor Vehicle Code. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and or $1,000 fine plus court costs. Additionally, the Secretary of State could suspend your driving privileges for up to a year. Do you understand that, sir?
I comprehend.
Do you understand?
I comprehend, yes.
The court has to further advise you that if you wish to be represented by counsel, the court would ensure that counsel would be appointed to represent you in this matter and that you would have counsel if you could not afford to hire counsel yourself. I also wish to advise you that the court would be treating you the same as it would the people in this case. There are certain dangers to representing yourself in this matter, in that you will be required to abide by the Michigan court rules, the Michigan rules of evidence, and all of the cases and statutory requirements. You understand that?
I do not.
You do not. What is it about that that you do not understand?
It's against my religion to adhere or to assimilate to any statutory.
Sir, I'm not asking anything about your religion. It is irrelevant to me. I am indicating that in this proceeding, you will be required to abide by the rules of this court. Do you understand that?
I'm having a hard time understanding why or how religion doesn't play a role. If
How what?
how religion does not play a role.
Religion does not play a role in what I do or what this court does. There are certain rules of this court established by the legislature and the Michigan Supreme Court regarding how these particular proceedings will be conducted. These proceedings will be conducted in accord with those rules. Do you understand that, sir?
Well, according to the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, as well as the international or the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, the state and the governments should.
Sir, you have no authority for what you're about to state because what you're about to state is incorrect.
Oh, I am an Indigenous person.
No.
So I do have.
Sir, what you're about to state is incorrect.
Well,
If you were on indigenous lands, if that's where you're going, then maybe you might be right. As it stands right now, this proceeding is not on indigenous land.
well, that's a matter of perspective, sir.
It is, and the only perspective that's going to matter on that is mine. We are not on indigenous lands subject to indigenous or tribal rules.
Is there a
We're
law?
subject to the rules of the Michigan Supreme Court as they are promulgated, both in terms of procedure and evidence. Do you understand that that's what's happening, sir?
I do not.
What is it that you do not understand?
I don't understand.
Because I'm going to tell you something, sir. If you are unable to establish or understand what I'm saying, and go through this with you again, I have to assume that there may be some reason why you don't understand. This court will take precautions to protect your rights, and I will be sending you for a competency evaluation to make sure that you are competent to stand trial and to stand in these proceedings.
Well, I would agree to a competency if the prosecution, as well as the court and the officers, agree to take a competency.
That's not the way it works. You don't get to make the rules.
I'm not.
I'm ordering a competency.
I'm not making.
Defendant is ordered for a forensic evaluation. I will set a competency hearing in this matter for July 25th, 2024. At what time? At 9 a.m. Now, sir, I'm going to ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Because it's going to depend on where you may be staying for a period of time. If they send you information as to when you have your forensic interview,
Yes, sir.
are you going to cooperate